y'all feeling today, man? Good, good. You gonna cut it off. I like to have some walk-up music like I play baseball. I know y'all are basketball players. I like to walk up on you. You know what I mean? What's up, man? You doing good?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. Thank you, man. I'm happy to be here, man. It's a blessing for me to be here. I promise I won't take forever. If y'all give me y'all's undivided attention, I swear I won't go long. Like Coach said, first of all, thank you, Coach, for having me. Appreciate it. I take this as a blessing. I'm humbled that he allowed me to come here and speak to y'all. My name is Mike Shelton. I'm originally from Fort Smith, Arkansas. I moved here, it was about 6 years ago? 6 years ago from Charlotte, North Carolina, to start businesses, to start barbershops, and to grow companies, and to get my family in a situation that we can set up generational wealth and set my family up, right? And so even though I did come here to start barbershops and start businesses, I'm not here today to talk to y'all about how to build a company. I'm not here today to talk to you about how to grow clientele, how to make 6 figures a year. If y'all want to know that, holler at me. I can teach you it. But that's not what I'm here to talk to y'all today about. I'm here to talk to you today about mentality and mindset. How many of y'all realize that it takes the right mentality, it takes the right mindset to get to where you want to go? Yeah? Why? Somebody tell me, why is it important to have the right mentality? Yeah. So what's the mindset of this team this year? Like what is one thing y'all are trying to do? I ain't talking about right now as individuals, because right now we're West. We're Bentonville West. We ain't talking about what I want to do as an individual. We're talking about what we're going to do together as a team. So as a mindset, as a mind state, where are y'all at right now as a team? Y'all haven't had no games yet, correct? No, but it's finna get started though, right? So right now, y'all been in the offseason grinding. Y'all been putting in work. I see my man with the mullet, and they're killing the game. And they're just daggum throwing every weight in the world up, squatting it. You know what I mean? I'm about to pass out just watching him do it. But y'all been putting in this work. But what kind of mindset do you have, though? Somebody tell me. Where's one of my seniors at? Come on, senior. What's the mindset of this team? You the leader.
My mindset is just get everyone ready, get everyone better.
Yeah. What about you, my man? You a senior? No, this ain't my man right here. Where's my man at? Where'd he go? I seen him out. Now, he ain't in here right now. Toby. Yeah, Toby gone. What's another senior at? What's the mentality? What's the mindset of the team this year? Where's another senior at? Go ahead, my man.
Help better each other.
Help better each other. How you going to do that as a senior?
Challenge each other in practice.
Yeah. How you going to make Aiden better? Aiden in the 9th grade. You going to lock him up? Hey, but that's going to make him better though, right? Because if he's not used to getting locked up, the moment I get locked up, I got to realize how to get unlocked. So you going to help this man figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Who else got something for me? Go ahead, bro.
Well, on Saturday in March and February, win state.
Yeah? How you going to do it?
You got to focus on one game at a time, but that's like the goal, so winning games.
Right. But let me tell you this, you're right. And that's a great point, but it really starts right now. Like where y'all at right now. Before we even get to these games, we got to talk about right now, because the games is what we do. This is where we grind. This is where we get better at it. If you ain't got no jumper before the game gets here, believe me, you ain't going to have a jumper when that clock goes off. If you can't box somebody out right now, you ain't going to box nobody out once the game starts. Just because that light comes on, that don't mean all of a sudden, oh, I made it, I'm here, what's up? So it's a mentality, right? So the mentality, I'm going to give y'all the definition for mentality. Mentality is defined as an attitude of the mind or the way of thinking by a person or a group. I'm going to say that again. I want y'all to understand what mentality is. Mentality is defined as an attitude of the mind, of a way of a person's thinking, whether it's a person or a group. When we all are on the same page, when we all are in one mind, one accord, we can start doing what Coach is talking about, this branding thing we talking about, this Bentonville West thing we talking about. Because listen, when I came in here, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was sitting there telling Coach, I'm sitting there watching y'all doing what y'all do in y'all's natural habitat, and I'm like, man, this place is dope. Like, I didn't have nothing like this when I was in high school, man. You go to my high school, we had like one way, dog. We had 145-pound plate. We just doing this trying to get strong. But y'all got like 35, 45-pound plates, and I'm just like, I don't even know how they do it. But the thing is, you guys got to understand is that right now, the mentality as a team, we got to come together. And we got to figure out what it is we want to accomplish. Whenever I was in Charlotte, North Carolina, before I moved here, I had a mentality with my brother. I said, you know what, we're going to move to Northwest Arkansas. I've lived in Charlotte, North Carolina with around 4 or 5 million people. And I said, you know what? We're going to go to a place that we ain't never lived at before. My brother moved from Fort Smith and moved up here. We moved here from Charlotte, North Carolina. And we said, you know what? Nobody knows who we are. Don't nobody know who an Uptown Barber Lounge is? You understand what I'm saying? But I had this mindset. I had this vision. And I said, you know what? I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to put in the time. And I'm going to make sure that by the end of when it's all said and done, they're going to know who I am. And they're going to come to me. I'm going to give them the fresh fades. I'm going to hit them beards. I'm going to line you up. I'm going to hit you with that straight razor. If you want the mullet, we're going to give you the mullet. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like we going to do it all. You know what I'm saying? And so as a man thinking, so is he. And I began to believe this thing. I started telling myself, you know what? It ain't nothing nobody going to be able to do to hold me back. You can sit here and look me in my eye and tell me, bro, you whack. And I'm going to sit here and tell you, cool. But you know what? I got 500,000 other people that think I'm not. And they finna know me. Because I had this confidence in myself. Because I knew what I was doing when nobody else was looking, when nobody else was paying attention. When I was in the dark, I was putting in the work. I was looking at videos. I was getting better as a barber. And so when I got here, I had this mentality, oh, snap, it's go time. Like, we done moved here, my wife. We done sold our house. She done gave up her job as a news anchor. She locally famous. And she believed in me like, baby, yeah, I know you're going to make this thing work. And so when we got here, I started grinding, dog. Didn't nobody know who I was at first. Like Coach said, everywhere where I ordered 5,000 business cards. I got them things off in 30 days. Everywhere I went, boom, hey, man, how you doing, man? My name is Mike, brother. I opened up this barbershop down here on Walton. Bro, I didn't even have a barbershop yet. You hear me? But my vision, my mindset, I knew what I wanted, and I knew what I was going to get because I had the mentality, and I knew that my work ethic matched up with this mentality. When they came together, boom, we was going to make something happen. And so I had the mentality, I'm out here handing out cards. I'm out here everywhere I go, boom. We going to Walmart. My wife going to do groceries. She'll tell you I had to take 30 cards with me every time and hand out these cards. I wouldn't even go grocery shopping, but I'm out here, boom. Boom, I'm carrying a loaf of bread so they don't think I'm loitering. I got something in my hands so they don't kick me out of Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Because I had the mentality that I'm going to be the best barber, and I believed it. I believed it with everything in me. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to let anything stop me. And then it got to the point to where, like Coach said, man, we started off in the back of a house. I kept grinding. Then we went to the back of a salon. Like, bro, I'm going to tell y'all something. It was so crazy in the back of this salon. You had to walk through the salon to get to us. So when you walked in, you got hit in the face with color smelling, like old women up there getting their hair done. But you know what? I kept telling people, hey, man, we the dopest barbershop in Bentonville. Come see me. They walking in, they're like, ooh, I don't know this dope at all. I see is Meredith and a little Girth over here, and you got these old women. And they had to walk through all that to get to me. But I kept telling them, hey, man, keep messing with me, bro. I'm working. I'm grinding. I promise you I'm going to get there. And you know what? People started believing in me. They started buying into what me and my brother was telling them. And so we kept grinding and we kept working. And I studied the market like every day, man. Like I would study Bentonville. You know how I blew up? I'm going to tell y'all how I blew up. I realized what other people wasn't doing. I said, you know what? This barbershop right here is closed Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, Monday. So guess what I did? I was open Mondays. I realized these barbershops were opening up at 10 a.m. and leaving at 6. I said, shoot, I'll be at the barbershop at 6:30 in the morning ready to go. I close at 7. In order to be successful, fellas, in order to build a brand that y'all are wanting to build, you got to be willing to do what the next man won't do. You got to be willing to do what the next player won't do. You got to hold each other accountable. Me and my brother held each other accountable as we was building this brand. So right now, listen, this school is only, what, five years? What is y'all's identity? What is your brand? When people hear about West, do they think about, oh, man, they got a dope basketball team. Like, man, them dudes are some ballers. Or do they think, man, I can't wait for them, and they going to be on our game. What's the game when everybody come out and dress up and do the tuxedos? And they're going to be our homecoming game. What kind of legacy do you want to have for yourself? Right? Like, one of my favorite players, man, to this day, like Bobby Portis. And I love Bobby. Why y'all laughing? What's wrong with Bobby?
Love Bobby.
Yeah, you do. You can't hate nobody named Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Like Bobby Portis. The one thing I like about Bobby Portis, man, Bobby Portis took on this mentality of, do y'all know what he calls himself? Let's see if y'all know. Underdog. He took this whole persona on. He said, you know what? I'm an underdog. And I'm going to do everything it takes. I'm going to kick. I'm going to claw. Boy, I'm going to bust your tail. Whatever I got to do, I'm going to do it. But you know what? You're going to know about me. You're going to feel me. And so I'll never forget, I was watching this interview. Matter of fact, it was with Giannis. Is that how you say it? Is it Giannis? Giannis? I always mess. Somebody say his last name for me. Antetokounmpo. You feel me? Like, listen, Jonas, if you ever see this, I'm sorry I messed your name up. It wasn't personal. But what I'm saying is this. I remember Giannis, I saw an interview, and he was talking about Bobby Portis. And what he said about Bobby was, he said, man, Bobby called me. Bobby was a free agent. And Bobby had several teams that wanted him. And he said, you know what? Bobby called me out of nowhere and said, hey, Giannis, I can help you win a championship. I'm the missing component to what you need. He said, look, dog, if you need me to get you 5 rebounds, just tell me. If you need me to get out there and throw up 20 for you, tell me. Big dog, if you need me to sit here and take this screen and get kneed in the chest, tell me. I got you. You know what I'm saying? He was willing to do all the little things. And I'll never forget it, man. Whenever they won the championship, I was up late. And I don't stay up late, y'all. When you get 39 like me, you go to bed at pretty early, like 9 o'clock. Like, I lay it down. You know what I'm saying? I remember I stayed up late and watched that. And I'm going to tell y'all, man, I remember what Bobby was up in there, man. He was celebrating. Bobby had the big goggles on. They sitting there throwing champagne everywhere. And I mean, Bobby had the cigar in his mouth. It wasn't lit. You know what I'm saying? And he had like that championship belt on his shoulder. And they said, Bobby, man, how does it feel to be a champion? How does it feel to be a part of the Milwaukee Bucks who hasn't won a championship since 1960-something? And Bobby said, you know what? It feels good. I went from the underdog and now I'm the top dog. You understand what I'm saying? It's a mentality. Whenever you guys start believing in yourselves and understanding that, hey, you know what? I may be an underdog. Maybe they may not know who we are. Maybe we don't know who we are right now. But when we all come together as one and we realize that, hey, we can do something with this, we can go from the underdog to the top dog, like Bobby Portis. You know, same thing with my barbershop. Like, man, didn't nobody know about me? Didn't nobody know about my brother? Didn't nobody know about Uptown Barber Lounge? Now we got 2 barbershops, one here in Centerton, one in Bentonville, got one coming up in Rogers here soon. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is we know about all these people's glories, but we don't know their stories. We don't understand the work that it took to get to that point. We don't understand. We just think, oh, man, buddy showed up one day and boom, there it was. It happened. That ain't how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like with me, like, bro, listen, I was born, my mama had me when she was 16. Like, I didn't even know who my dad was. Like my mama so dope. Like, cocaine, like, got put in prison. I got put in foster care. Do you understand what I'm saying? And my grandmother came and got me out of foster care. And I remember I used to always say to her, like, Grandma, man, why my life got to be like this? Like my uncle, dead. You know what I'm saying? My cousin stabbed to death. My other brother shot to death. My mom dies from an overdose. Underdog. But my grandma used to always tell me, she said, son, believe me, God's got you. And that even though all this stuff surround you is crazy, all this stuff's going on, keep your focus, keep your mind right. And understanding Jeremiah 29:11, it talks about that I know the plans that I have for you. It's plans to prosper you, to give you hope, to give you a future. And I took on that mentality, fellas. Like I told myself, you know what, through Christ, I can do all this. I can overcome anything. And I took on that mentality of, I said, you know what? I'm going to do what it is that God has called me to do. And that's what I do. And I'm telling you, I got favored. I ain't the best barber, but you can't tell me I'm not. I don't own all these, I ain't big as daggum sports clips, but you can't tell me that I'm not. Because I got this mentality that you ain't going to beat me. You ain't going to outwork me. You ain't going to outshine me. I know who I am. And it ain't nothing you're going to say that's going to change my mind. That's where you guys got to be at with this team this year. You got to understand, hey, this is who we are. This is what we're going to do. And this is what we're going to accomplish. And I'll never forget it, man. I was sitting there one day. My mom got out of prison, right? And I was sitting at this table with this other lady. My mom was fighting for custody for me. And I'll never forget it. The lady looked at my mama and she said, Deanna, if you don't stop selling dope, if you don't stop doing drugs, if you don't stop letting men beat on you and Mike see you, she pointed right at me, bro. She said, Mike gonna sell dope. Mike gonna beat on his wife. Mike gonna be in prison for selling drugs. And she labeled me. Everything. And I remember as a kid, man, I looked at her, man, I was like 9, 10 years old. I said, no, I'm not. Because I remember what my grandma said. I remember that Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans. I know them, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. And I took on that mindset. And I was talking to Coach the other day, man. And he told me I'm not trying to jump all over the place, but I want to make sure that I don't go too far off here. That y'all have a big tournament coming up, man. And that word on the street is there's a lot of national ranked teams that's going to be at this tournament. That there's going to be some nationally ranked players at this tournament. And that people are saying, why is West in this tournament? Like, they ain't got the players to compete in this tournament. They ain't got the brand to compete in this tournament. You guys got to come together and realize that you do deserve to be in this tournament. That if all of you guys play as one and you play to your strengths, that basketball going to bounce the same way for you as that dude that's ranked number 1. That team that's ranked number 3. And I'm going to tell you, it ain't about y'all, them having to play them. It's about them. Y'all need to have the mentality. No, y'all coming to Bentonville, you're going to have to play me. Yeah, you might be ranked number 1, big homie, but you're going to have to guard me today. I'm going to guard you. I'm going to shut you down. You guys got to go in with this mentality to understand who you are. And then when you come up together as one, when we all operate together as one and we're all in unity and we all understand, like, hey, you know what? I'm the point guard. Let me be the point guard. You the center. You be the center. It's just like this hand, right? It takes all 5 of these fingers for this hand to work right. I can't put this middle finger where this thumb is at. I can't put this pinky where this index finger's at. But when that middle finger is where it's supposed to be, that thumb's where it's supposed to be, this whole hand works great. And it's able to do things. And so with you guys, this year, man, the mentality has to be, hey, we're one. You know what? We may not be what everybody thinks that we're supposed to be, but y'all ain't seen me yet. They ain't even seen y'all yet. Y'all been in here working. Y'all been in here grinding. I seen y'all in there, and I just seen a little part of it. But make them see you. Make them respect you. And how you do that is you get out there and you outwork them. You get to the spot before he gets to the spot. You box him out. You get your hands up. Whatever, y'all know, I don't know basketball. Look, I don't play no basketball. But what I'm saying is this, man, the mentality. And if y'all don't know what y'all's mentality is, seniors, I want to challenge every one of y'all as the leaders of this team. I'm calling you out because these other dudes is looking up to y'all, whether y'all realize it or not. Get your boys together and y'all figure it out. Because you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, especially to you seniors, there ain't no COVID year. And you ain't coming back next year. This ain't college. This is it. You know what? Evan ain't back here this year. Is he, coach? Evan White is not here this year. You won't be back next year. What's going to be your legacy with this team? What do you want to be remembered for? It's got to be more than when you walk in here, you see me up on this big old picture up here because I'm a senior and they got me showing here every day. What are you going to be known for? Fellas, play your position. Play your role. It ain't about me ball, it's about team ball. And if we come together and play as a team this year, I promise you, the sky's the limit. Cancel all that noise out there. I don't care what they're saying about y'all with this tournament. I give 0. What I'm telling you, if y'all come together, anything is possible. Anything. And I'm going to end y'all with this, man. I don't want to hold y'all hostage tonight, man. I remember my uncle. How many of y'all got a crazy uncle in your family? I got a real crazy uncle. Crazy, right? My uncle, I'll never forget this, man. He told me this. He said, all right, I'm just going to be real with y'all. How you doing, Isaac? That's my son back there. Y'all say hi to Isaac. He back there. All right. So Isaac, just earmuffs. I'll never forget it. I was a real cocky dude. Like, I had that swag. I was that dude growing up. And if you challenged me, it was on. Like, on site. We used to call it on site. Do y'all do that still, or am I too old? Talk to me. Y'all ever heard of that? Yeah, well, you old too, though, bro. You know about it. So what I'm saying is this, is that it was on site. And so my uncle, man, he called me up one day. He pulled me up. I was pulling in the crib, and I don't know, man, I was upset about something, and he said something, and I popped off to him. You know how it is. Y'all know how y'all do. Y'all think y'all big and tough, and y'all can just whoop everybody. I used to be one of you. You know what I'm saying? And so I remember my uncle, he said, you think you can whoop me, Shelton? I said, yeah. Yeah, I can whoop you. And he said, what's up? So I took my shirt off. I said, what's up? Because back in the day, we used to take your shirt, pull it over your head, make you go blind, and then we would, not trying to teach y'all nothing, but that's what we used to do. Anyway, we'll edit that out the video. But no, so he stood up to me, and I'll never forget it, man. He put his hands up, and I got up on him like this, and I'll never forget it, man. He put his hands down, and he said, Shelton, he said, there ain't nothing between me and you but air and opportunity. And there goes the air. Hit your shot, big boy. I didn't hit him, to be honest, because I knew if that man put his guard down on me like that and he told me to swing on him, He got some thunder in there that I don't want nothing of. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to challenge you guys with this. If you have the right mindset going into this year, as an individual, as a team, because it's both. Listen, the body can only go where the mind says to. The body can only do what the mind says. You cannot do anything without this thing telling it to do it first. You understand? If you get your mind right this year, it's nothing between you and the goals that you want to accomplish this year and everything, the legacy that you want to leave, but air and opportunity. And fellas, there goes the air. It's nothing but opportunity in front of y'all this year. Go take it, man. I appreciate y'all. My name's Mike. I appreciate y'all's time, man. Thank y'all, coach.